Focus keeps breaking, but the reason is never clear. Work starts with intention, yet attention slips away without warning. Something unseen keeps pulling the mind away. There is no obvious problem in front, yet concentration does not last. The task is simple, but the mind refuses to stay still. Distraction feels automatic. It does not feel like a big mistake is happening. Everything looks normal on the surface. But something small is quietly destroying consistency. That habit is repeated many times every single day. It feels harmless in the moment, but its impact becomes visible over time. The mind gets trained to avoid deep focus without realizing it. Attention becomes weaker with each repetition. Control slowly disappears. Today's topic uncovers this hidden pattern. Today's topic is the invisible habit that is ruining your focus. Focus keeps breaking, but the reason is never fully clear. Work begins with intention, yet attention slips away without warning. Something unseen keeps pulling the mind in different directions. There is no obvious problem in front, yet concentration does not last. The task is simple and manageable, but the mind refuses to stay still. Distraction feels automatic and constant. It does not feel like a big mistake is happening during the day. Everything appears normal on the surface of daily routine, but something small is quietly damaging consistency. That habit is repeated many times every single day without awareness. It feels harmless and insignificant in the moment, but its impact grows stronger over time. The mind gets trained to avoid deep focus without realizing it. Attention becomes weaker with each repetition of distraction. Control slowly begins to disappear. The habit starts with small interruptions that seem unimportant. A quick check of the phone takes only a few seconds. A random thought shifts attention for a moment. These small breaks seem harmless individually, but together they create a pattern of broken focus. The mind never stays in one place for long. Each time attention shifts, the brain resets its focus. Momentum gets lost again and again. Deep work becomes difficult to achieve. The person starts feeling like focus is naturally weak. It feels like concentration cannot be improved. Confidence begins decreasing slowly. But the real issue is not lack of ability. The real issue is constant interruption of attention. The brain is being trained to stay distracted. Short bursts of stimulation become normal behavior. Quick rewards replace meaningful effort. The mind begins craving easy engagement. Silence and stillness start feeling uncomfortable. Deep focus begins to feel like pressure. The brain avoids it automatically. The habit continues without being noticed clearly. Distractions become part of normal routine. Awareness remains low. Hours pass in switching between tasks without completing anything fully. Time gets consumed, but results remain limited. Frustration begins building. The person tries to focus harder but struggles to maintain attention. Effort increases but effectiveness stays low. Energy gets drained quickly. Comparing with others creates more confusion. Some people stay focused for long periods. It feels like they have better control. But their advantage is not talent. Their advantage is fewer interruptions. Their strength is better habits. Understanding this creates a shift in thinking. Focus is not something lost permanently. Focus is something being weakened daily. The realization feels uncomfortable but important. The problem is hidden in small daily actions. Change becomes necessary. A small step begins the process of improvement. Interruptions are reduced consciously. Attention is protected intentionally. The first attempt feels difficult and unnatural. The mind searches for distractions automatically. Restlessness becomes strong. But staying with one task builds a small level of control. That control creates a sense of progress. Confidence begins returning. Each focused session becomes slightly longer than before. Each effort strengthens attention. Discipline begins forming slowly. The brain starts adapting to longer focus periods. Distractions lose their power gradually. Stability begins increasing. The person begins noticing real improvement in work quality. Tasks get completed more efficiently, results become visible. Energy feels more stable and directed toward important goals. Effort becomes meaningful instead of scattered. Progress becomes steady. The same person who struggled to focus now builds consistency. The same mind becomes more controlled and calm. Transformation begins. The invisible habit starts losing its influence. Awareness replaces unconscious behavior. Control becomes stronger. The lesson becomes clear through this journey. Small habits shape big outcomes. Hidden patterns create visible results. Every person faces this challenge in the modern world. Distractions are everywhere and constant. This struggle is common, but only a few people recognize the hidden habit early. Those people succeed. The future depends on how attention is managed daily. Focus creates growth and achievement. Distraction creates delay and regret. Never ignore small habits that affect your mind. Never underestimate the power of repetition. Never allow distractions to control you, because a focused mind creates powerful results. A disciplined brain builds real success. A controlled attention leads to growth. Each day offers a new chance to improve focus. Each moment provides an opportunity to stay present. Change is always possible. Because the biggest problem is not visible. The biggest problem is hidden in habits. The biggest change starts with awareness. For more powerful mindset lessons and motivational stories, stay connected with English Bro TV.